pasta has our ground beef. And one of the things when I was looking at this recipe, it talked about, I guess in Mediterranean areas when you don't have a lot of meat, and this isn't a lot of meat, we're talking about 4 servings, it's only half a pound of meat. You can kind of stretch it with doing some of the other vegetables and things. So we'll go ahead and put our half a pound of ground beef in there. And this is ground round. There is, when I cook the other half a pound, there really is no fat in this. It really is, it looks good. All right, we'll get that started while we talk about what else. Okay, and I did cook the pasta. I made rotini, which is little spiral things. And then, like I said in the directions, in the last 2 minutes of cooking time, I put in the sliced zucchini and the eggplant so that it's all sort of blanched. The vegetables are, and the pasta's all cooked. And this can go right in our, need another baking dish. This is another one of my favorite products. You can do these tomatoes with, these have to be Italian style. Food Club calls it that. You can get, it has basil and oregano and already spices in it, already diced tomatoes. And when I don't have anything else planned and I have this, I feel like, okay, I can do anything. Because you can, add this with chicken, you can make like a cacciatore, you can do it put this in spaghetti sauce, you can make this, if you drain this a little bit, you can make, and put in some sliced olives, you can make a crostini spread. I don't know, it's just one of those things like our wonton wrappers that is, to me, very versatile, and you can almost come up with anything. Okay. As you can see in this pan, there really is very, very little fat in this. Ground several times a day, by the way. Okay, so we're going to add 2 cans of the diced tomatoes with basil, garlic, and onion, I think. Now, what is it? Basil, garlic, and oregano. The can says spices, but trust me, there's oregano in there. Okay. And we're also going to put in, and like I said, this is sort of Mediterranean. This is different. We have to keep our horizons expanded. We're going to use raisins, we're going to use a little cinnamon, and we're going to use some balsamic vinegar. We'll go ahead and put our tomatoes in. And we want these undrained because we want a little bit of juice in there. You don't what? No, not for this recipe. If you're using some, for something else, like I talked about, it makes a wonderful topping for crostini, little bread slices. If you take this and put it in a drainer and drain all the juice out of it and put some chopped olives or whatever in there, it makes a nice little appetizer. Put some fresh basil in there. And it's already seasoned, so you don't need to put any other seasoning on that. Just toast your slices of baguettes and it's perfect. Okay, so we got the tomatoes in there. We're gonna put our raisins. Something different. Oops, put our cinnamon. Because cinnamon isn't just for snickerdoodles. We can use cinnamon for other things. Okay, and this smells really good because it just gives you that little, ooh, cinnamon in that? Okay, so that's our sauce. Let that simmer for a little bit. And then we'll put in our balsamic vinegar. And we will, where are we going to put this in? Does it say fresh basil in there? Yes, it does. Thank you. I love when I have my little watchdogs here. Fresh basil. Since it's hard to read sometimes with my glasses on and off and on and off. Okay. Fresh basil found in the produce department, or you grow your own. I find it in the produce department. I had some little plants growing on my windowsill, basil and a couple other things, and they only got that big. And I thought, oh, I guess maybe I'll just buy it. I don't know what happened. I figured I'm not a gardener. I like to just take the hard, kind of big, thick stalks off of there. I'll let that, and turn that down a little bit. Ooh, that looks good. Thickening up a little bit. Okay, and when we do this, we're going to chop our, we try to make any kind of leaf like this, or fresh herbs, or parsley. You're going to make it as small as you can. And if you roll your fingers underneath your knuckles, then your knife is resting against your knuckles and it won't cut your fingers off, or your fingernails. Make sure your thumb's behind your fingers. Okay. Maybe that's it. You always add your fresh herbs in the last part of your cooking. That's probably what I was thinking about. Okay, that looks like it's pretty good. Looks nice and colorful with the basil in there. We'll add our balsamic vinegar. Okay, is that everything else? Somebody reading the recipes? Is that everything? Okay. Then we'll put it in the pasta. Now it says to do this, you know, if you were doing this all at once, you'd have your pasta going while you were making the sauce. So, and you'd keep your pasta warm. This pasta is not, so we're going to stick this in the oven a little bit. And I'll go ahead and put that in. There's our pasta and vegetables. And this is, you know, you have to always think about your gardens too, those people who are so inclined, that here's something extra to do with some of the vegetables that you have. Go ahead and pour our sauce over there. Now somebody remind me at the end to put the feta on it. You know, we don't want to put the feta in while we're kind of heating this up in the oven. Okay. And like I said, the only reason we're putting it in the oven is the pasta is cold. Beautiful. We'll stick that in.